Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about percent composition. And to do percent composition, you need to know how to find the molar mass of a formula. So make sure you watch the first video on molar mass before watching this one. So percent composition is going to be the mass of an individual element divided by the total mass of the formula times 100%. So that's what this equation is at the top. You're going to take the mass of whatever I'm asking you to find, divide it by the total mass of the formula, timesing it by 100%, and that's going to be your answer for the percent composition. So let's jump right into it. Make sure you get this equation at the top. So what percent of magnesium chloride is magnesium? So what percentage-wise by mass is magnesium chloride? Is it magnesium? How much of it is that? So what we're going to do is take this formula. So before we start, we have to find the molar mass of magnesium chloride and magnesium. So step number one is find molar mass. Find our molar mass to start. So from the last video, we already know what the molar mass of magnesium chloride is. It's 95.21. And we know the magnesium's mass is 24.305. Remember, we're going to the periodic table to find these. And I got the molar mass of magnesium chloride by adding together the masses of the magnesium and the 2-chlorine in the formula. So once I have those masses, I can go ahead and use my formula. So for percent composition, I'm going to have the mass of the element, which is magnesium, 24.305. And I'm going to divide that by the total mass, which is 95.21. When I get that, I'm going to then multiply it by 100 to get my answer. So if I didn't multiply it by 100 and I just did that, it's 0.255. When I multiply by 100, it moves the decimal over, so it becomes 25.5%. So this will be your answer, 25.5. So of the magnesium chloride formula, it is 25.5% by mass magnesium. If you were to just look at it and say, okay, there's 3 elements, one of those is magnesium, so it's 33% magnesium, that would be incorrect because we're asking for the percent by mass. So you need to find the molar mass of these and follow the equation. So the answer to the first one is 25.5%. Going to the second one, we have what percent of potassium phosphate is potassium? So to do this, you need to, again, start by finding the molar mass of potassium phosphate and potassium. So you would go into the periodic table, find potassium, phosphorus, and oxygen, add those together with remembering that if there's 4 oxygen, we have to multiply oxygen's number by 4. So the number for potassium phosphate is 212.27. And the number for potassium is 39.098. And this is like all grams per mole. So once we get that, we can put it into our formula. So our percent composition is going to be the mass of an individual element on top. So it's potassium, so it's 39.098. Now, how many potassium are in our formula? We have to remember that if we have 3 of them, this number needs to be multiplied by 3, right? So in this case, it is multiplied. And then the total mass is 212.27. So when you're typing this in your calculator, you're going to do 39 times 3 divided by 212, and then times your 100% is just going to give you, move the decimal place over. So when you do this in your calculator, just multiply by 100, and that will give you your answer. So in this case, it comes out to be 55.26% by mass potassium. Okay, so all that you have to do for finding our percent composition is make sure that you're paying attention to the numbers that are in the formula, and that if I'm asking you for potassium here, I don't just want one of them. You have to know that there's 3 in the formula and then bring that down when you multiply by that potassium's mass. Okay, so that's it for percent composition.